Good morning, everyone. Sorry I've not been around for a wee while. Several different things, migraine, not been too well, and disasters in the bathroom. I'll explain the bathroom situation later, but I finally have somewhere I can use for now until they rip it all out in January. Anyway, Baby Bear got some happy mail from Victoria Minxy Barron, our Minxy from Northern Craftaholic UK. He got a new t-shirt and it now says Minxy Studio UK. So he wanted to wait and share it all with you and put it on camera. So he's now going to be a Minxy Studio Bear. Now Minxy, our Vicky, she's changed the name and her logo. I mean, it's a beautiful logo, and she sent Baby Bear a nice new t-shirt. So he's now going to be a Minxy Baby Bear. Let's pop his arm in there. There we are. So this is our Vicky's new logo, and it says Minxy Studio UK, and she's got a lovely rose on it and a butterfly. So this Vicky's using this for everything now, our Minxy. It's all on eBay, on her YouTube and everywhere. So if you want to find her now, you're not looking for Northern Craftaholics anymore, you're looking for Minxy Studio UK. Okay, so Baby Bear's saying hi and he's going to watch you. I'll pop him over there while I'm doing my video. Sit there, mister. So Vicky has a kit, and it's a fabric kit, and I've been looking at this for quite a wee while. I'm just shoving back a bit so I can show you what's going on, and I've not had a chance to play with it, so I thought, right, I'm gonna get him out today, and I'm gonna, well, this was Sunday, I thought I'm gonna get it out and have a look at it. Now they're pieces of fabric and they are really, really great. I know a lot of people are a bit hesitant about how to use fabric off a kit, not on, using normal fabric. So I've got some ideas I'm going to show you today of what I've been playing with. Gorgeous, isn't it? The clover on this one is absolutely stunning. This is the other one. I think there's about 7 pieces to this one, and they are really lovely. And I was tickled pink I actually managed to have a chance to play with these. So that's the actual kit itself. So I started, not with this bit, but this bit. This is where I started. I thought, right, I really, really love that clover, so I've taken 2 of her pieces, the one with this right across the middle and the other one. So you've got this one with a clover right in the middle pattern, and then you've got the other one with a bit like that. So I've taken that one and then I've used the other one. You can just see the line in the middle there where this splits up. Now what I did before I glued the 2 together, I wasn't sure what I was going to do, so I decided I was going to make a couple of pockets and do some sewing on them. Now I'm hoping you can see here. So you've got just a strip on the back, then this is old book paper, okay, and you literally just take a piece, fold it in half and fold the bottom up. That's all you do to get this shape. So look, I've got a piece here that I've like this. I'll show you on here. So you've got your book page, you fold it like that, and then you fold the bottom up. That is how you get the bit, this piece here. So you've got a pocket here and a pocket here, because I've put another piece on the back, and that is your pocket. So I've sewn this piece first before I glued it, okay, and I've just done a running stitch on this one, and here I've done a wee cross stitch, and it just looks so nice. It's something different for your journals, something a bit, particularly we've all had Christmas not finished, we've still got that to come, but it's nice to think what we could do over the holidays and going into January. And then I've made a wee tag here with the clover again. I've just backed it onto card. This is the card that is the divider for my cat's food when it comes, you know, the bit in between each flavour, so to speak. And so that's in there. And then this little tag here, this is one of Tracy Fox's new kits. She's got a new kit and it's basically wallpaper samples, and I'm going to do another video on that because there's tags and beautiful wallpaper samples in that, but that's going to be on another video. And this is another one from that kit as well, and this is done exactly the same as this one, except that this time I've only used a little piece of paper at the top and sewn all round that and round the bottom like before. So whereas this one I've covered the whole area, I've left a gap on that one, but it looks different. It looks like I've used something totally different. And the other thing I did with this one is I stuck it straight down on the page. This one I've put card at the back, this one I've stuck it straight down on the page. And then I thought, right, on the side here, to do this, it is just a running stitch first, and then you loop the cotton in and out like this to the end. That's how simple it is. But it makes such a difference, doesn't it? And I'm going to show you the best way to sew paper in a moment. So when I'd done that, I thought, right, well, I was looking at this piece was just laying on the table, you know, the actual full sheet. And I thought, I don't know, those flowers there, these ones here, wouldn't they look lovely with sequins in? And I thought, right, well, I'm already sewing. I don't want to go and use glue. So I've sewn, I'm hoping you can see this quite well, sequins. Now it's two different sizes. I've used a creamy colour one here and then a gold one on top. And I'll also show you about sewing sequins as well, because obviously they've only got one hole in the middle and not everybody has sewn sequins before. And they're on the back as well. And then inside, this is the one with the strip on the bottom. So I've cut the strip out again from another piece of card and I've made some pockets. And this piece here, I've made into some tags. Just to show you how lovely this one is cut up. I mean, this is going to make some fab tags, isn't it? I really love that. Now, what my challenge to Vicky is, to our Minxy is, okay, now I've done this much, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it to Vicky like this. I'm going to send this to Minxy in the post. And the challenge is she now does something to this. When she's done something to it, whether she decides, whether she adds pages or embellishes something, she sends it back to me. I will add some more to it, and then it will go back to her, and she will keep it. So this is my challenge for our Minxy, our Victoria. Something a bit different. I don't know whether we're going to get her to do any hand sewing, but she's got that lovely new sewing machine, so we might see some lovely machine sewing in this, which would be really, really exciting. So this is the challenge for our Victoria. Now, before I show you about how to sew onto card, think about slow stitching in your journals. Now, I've done quite a lot of different slow stitching in the past. I mean, this is actually one that I did quite a while ago from a wee kit. I mean, you can see it's just a piece of fabric in the shape of a Christmas tree with a wee stick for the bottom. This is old, you know, vintage book paper. Now the stars have tarnished a little bit, but that doesn't really matter, doesn't it? I mean, because this is probably like 4 or 5 years old, and there's a little angel at the top. The things you can do with mixed media, and I'm talking about our vintage papers, lace that we have, fabric, is quite incredible. Now, the reason I'm stretching is because everything's been moved because of the men being in doing the bathroom this morning. So I'm just going to show you a couple of other pieces that I've got here. It might be easier if I actually do it in 2 halves, but this is going to be a journal cover at some stage, and it's got several different pieces of fabric, lace. I've done hand sewing on it, as you can see. This is hand embroidered here, and there's more up here, and it goes right the way round and up the top here. I'm not sure whether you can see this very well because obviously it's white on white. This is an inside panel. Now this is in two bits because obviously this is going to be a page when I've done it. This is that wool. I think I've shown it to you before, and if you stretch it out this lovely lacy effect. And this is vintage from a ribbon. And I've got more sewing up here. Some gorgeous beads on there. As you can see, it's in 2 halves, so I can stick it together later. And it's got fabric. I've done some writing that I've sewn over. And the whole idea of slow stitching is it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not like doing embroidery. Embroidery, it needs to be perfect. With slow stitching, you just have fun. You just play around, find something you like, and you just go for it, basically. So those are some pieces that I've done. Now, when you're sewing on card, it's a completely different thing from doing other work. So I'm just trying to find my board. Right, now the best thing to do when you're going to sew on a piece of card, with that little bit here. Say, for example, I'm going to put one of these, a sequins on here. The best thing to do is to get your holes in first. Just prick your holes in first, because unlike fabric, with fabric, when you go to do fabric, you can feel where the hole is. With paper, you can't. It's completely different. Now, when you thread your needle, when you come to thread your needle, put both the ends together. So you've got both the ends together here. If I split this open, you'll be able to see it. I don't know whether they'll come apart, but okay. So you put both the ends together and put that through your eye. So at the bottom, you've got a loop. Anybody who does cross stitch will know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's your loop there. Okay. So I'm going to go up through that hole. Now I've made that hole, I can see where I'm going to go, and I don't have to feel for what I'm doing. Remember not to pull that bit through. Let's take one of these. Oh, there's one just hanging on the side there. Like this. Now you can put one on, you can put 2 on, however many you want to do. Okay, I'm just going to put one on here because this is demonstration purposes only. Now, I then find the other hole there, and when I come up the back, I'm going to push that through there. You don't need a knot, it's now secure. I'm now going to go into that hole there and then back down through the middle, and that's all you need to sew a sequin on. And that's your sequin firm, and it really does look so nice. I mean, obviously you can use whatever colours you like, but those colours just happen to fit really, really well. And then when you come to the back, you just finish off like you normally would. Now, I often, when I'm doing something like this, and it's only a tiny little bit of thread that I'm using, when it comes to card, I will put a tiny little bit of glue on it, you know, a bit of Fabri-Tac, just on the knot, excuse me, just to make sure it doesn't come unravelled. But you've then got the choice. If you are going to be making something like this, then obviously you're going to have another piece on the top, so you're not going to be able to see your stitch marks. If you're sewing a button on, like when you do the envelopes, you can now, either you can put a little circle of card on that, or you can leave it as it is. It is entirely up to you how you want to cover this up. But think about it. Let me just cut that thread so you can see what it'll look like when the thread's cut. But it's nothing much to see, is it? There's not a lot to see. It's not going to be a problem if it's inside an envelope, because it is so tiny. But I would really, really recommend having a play. There's quite a few kits out there at the moment, obviously, with people putting different fabric samples up. I know Gail put them up, didn't she? And Paula, I think there's another one that's put them up. And have a play. It's different from sewing on fabric, obviously. And you have to be careful you don't get lots and lots of different holes in there. That's why I'm highly recommending you make your hole first. If you're going to do the embroidery, what I did with my embroidery was I literally sat there with a ruler underneath it. I didn't measure it, I just had a ruler just so I was in a straight line, and I just went like this all the way along and poked the holes all the way along, eyeballing it, so that I knew they would be in a straight line. I wasn't too bothered how wide, wide apart the stitches were, but it just gives such a different look to your journals. So that's sewing, and I'm hoping some of you will have a go at this because it really is fun, and there's so many people doing sew stitching nowadays in so many different ways. So you can either get your bits of fabric scrap out and you can, you know, make a lovely journal cover. Obviously franking pages are very, very popular now, and if you're going to do a franking page, something like this, bits of this joined together, and then you sew it up like it's a quilt and then make a cover with that. Linda Israel has made some beautiful franking pages, really, really stunning. So something like this, the colour coordination is already there, so you would just cut them up, piece them all together, make like a quilt effect, and then just sew down. And if you haven't got a sewing machine, this is what I'm trying to say today, you can do it by hand. If you've got 2 pieces of different card, if I just bend that, you can see what I mean, and you're going to be coming down here, all you're going to do is you're literally going to put in your holes in like this so that you can come across, and you will get your franking page. You will just, you know, sew these across and then come back up again, so you've got your crosses on your page and you're sorted. Anyway, I hope you have a go at this because I've really had fun doing this, and this is the challenge Victoria Minxy, and I call you Vicky because my daughter is a Vicky. She's not actually a Victoria, she's a Vicky, and that's why I call Victoria Minxy Victoria, which will probably do a nutting, but there you go. So the challenge now is I'm sending this to her, and she has to do something with this, and it has to be something to do with sewing, okay, because we've already got the sewing theme in there. So let's see what she can do, what she will add to this before it comes back to me. And when it comes back to me, I will show you what I'm going to do to finish it. So that's the challenge. Anyway, while I'm here, he just wants to say hello again because he's still sat here watching. I'm going to show you Victoria's new kits. So the 2 new kits from Minxy Studios are these. So we have number 3 and number 4. This way round, I'm sure it is, yeah. I think this is 3 first, and then we have number 4. And they're back to the bricks kits again. Now, you know I love the bricks kits because I just love making envelopes out of them. I really do. You know, I mean, the effects for the envelopes are just gorgeous. I just really love getting that in a journal. For pages, for envelopes, cards. So these are this is the new one. This is number 3, which I think is really, really nice. It's like a teal and a reddy pink to it, and if you look closely, that looks like Santa there. It's really, really lovely. And you know, I like printing on Epsom paper. I like this paper because it's got a tooth to it, so it makes things look more vintage. And then this is the other one. This is Bricks Kit 4, and this is more of a blue and a pink, this one, and this is very much Vicky's colours. You can see where she's done like gel print effect on the top. Really lovely, aren't they? So I will be making something with these and doing another video. But obviously I wanted to show you the sewing today because I thought it was really, really lovely. So they're the new kits. So that's them, ready for me to play with once Christmas Day is out of the way. So, from Baby Bear and me, we're going to say bye and say, Minxy, you've got a challenge. This is the challenge. It's coming to you shortly in Accrington, all the way from Hawick. And we can't wait to see what you do with it. So love and blessings, everyone, and I will speak to you soon because I've got a couple more videos to do. Oh, and the bathroom floor, it's had woodworm for a very long time. It was an emergency to be done 2 years ago, and the housing association wouldn't do it. Personally, I think it was finance. It's the only thing I can think of. But now, downstairs, their ceiling was bulging, and I mean bulging. 2 of the joists have gone, and they've had to come out today and try and get huge pieces of wood into my bathroom and on her ceiling to stop me landing up downstairs and living with them. And they've been great. They've been absolutely fabulous. But obviously it's the holidays, so all the contractors, you know, are on holidays. So as soon as the holidays are finished, they're going to be stripping both our bathrooms out. The whole floor and ceiling are coming out, and new joists and goodness knows what else. So that's going to be fun and games. So I'll see you all soon, and I can't wait to see what Victoria does with this lot. Love and blessings. Bye.